Namaste, Jay Bharat. You just, if you seriously think, are these Americans really Democrats? I mean, is there really democracy in the America? I doubt, because what is democracy basically? What happens in America is something just like what used to happen in Bharat during the Congress rule. They pretend to be Democrats, and they pretend that they are Democrats. They have democracy in their nation, both the America and the Congress Bharat in the past. They project themselves that we are a great democracy. But was it really the case in the past with Bharat with Congress in Bharat and the Americans then and now also? Who really becomes this political uh, autochthones who come to rule the common people who are supposed to be custodians of archetype democracy? Are they really democrats? Does the benefit of democracy ideally reach the common people of US? I don't think so. It's all money game. See what the America does these days. Trump is putting tariffs after tariffs to people. He talks in terms of money and money only. For him, there's nothing beyond money. Riches, money can bring power, things related to such things. But where is the uh, tears, sweat, and hunger of poor American citizen? To what extent the state they can take care, not just does take care is far flung. To what extent the state can take care of a starving American, a poor American? Is he supposed to be citizen? He's also supposed to be citizen. He should also have certain rights. His rights are there in papers. He can't. He doesn't have access to those rights because he doesn't have the media. He doesn't have media to approach his rights. He has no access. And a medium he needs, and the medium is one that of riches, economic infrastructure, money. This you can't close your eyes. Though I disagree with the Marxian principle that economic substructure determines the superstructure, one has to agree with him, at least in principle, that he has a lot of valid points in saying that it has certain points, it has certain importance. The economic substructure determines superstructure by and large, not a necessary connection, but it happens ipso facto in the world. It happens as a matter of fact. This precisely is what happens in American democracy. Who are the American Democrat rulers? They are rich people, business people. Who is Trump? Who is other things? After Abraham Lincoln, or or people like him, how many really come from a very humble background? Not very many. They buy chairs, they buy seats with the money power. That's why in democracy we find political parties become exceptionally corrupt with riches. Congress in Bharat is akin to American democracy, cutting across their differences of politics or political parties. All parties are akin to the Congress in Bharat. Now, the Bhajapa, the Bharatiya Janata Party, has a structural difference with these kind of people. Democracy, all right, but then Bharatiya Janata Party is based on the principles and structure of the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh, where there are already large amount of people, who are voluntary. It's a voluntary kind of organization. No memberships, no names written. It's depending upon your behavior, you become one among them. Depending upon your contribution to nation, you become one among them. So it's the RSS that actually controls human beings from erring dharma. If one deviates from the path of dharma, we have methods, we have mechanisms to correct them and check them. That is the only difference between uh, the BJP and the Congress and similar democratic parties all over the world. China has only one party, but those people are immensely rich. Now, this is something which has to be checked. In the entire world, there is no other mechanism other than Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh to make checks of things. That's, of course, a different story. My question, I started by saying that is it really the case that Americans are Democrats? Can they think that they believe that they are legitimately Democrats? They must be believing themselves to be legitimately Democrats, but that is false consciousness. That is false consciousness, like what happened in Bharat. Look, the long Congress regime, no development has gone to Manipur, no development has gone to Northeast, no development has gone to the poor people, no development had reached where it is necessary. It got confined and confined in the hands of those so-called artificially created elites. For Bharat, there is a concept of elite already, and that concept of elite and that elite is one that is based on qualities, like the Brahman is one person or a person with Brahmanica qualities. So that kind of elite concept is there in Bharat on the basis of quality, but these people are just far from. They're not educated. They have no human qualities. They have no qualities of leadership. They have nothing, but they have amassed money. I don't know if we can ever find out the assets of the Congress Party, how rich they are, individuals, how rich those individuals are. None of them really make a living out of their work. Nobody works anything. Nobody earns anything. This is none of these politicians earn anything, but they live in the most possible luxurious manner, and they think that they are someone above others. No, that is another false consciousness. But this is kind of democracy we see in America. Trump is rich. He only understands money. He doesn't understand anything else. He understands money. He wants money. He calculates how money is made. He becomes friendly to Pakistan immediately when he talks about cryptocurrency. He has business deal, and that is the ultimate thing in their life. It's pathetic. It's appalling. A democracy should not be behaving like capitalism. But in fact, democracy in America and also with the Congress in Bharat behaves like capitalism. How many poor people come up? You ask yourselves, you see things. This is the situation. So, as a matter of fact, none of them are real Democrats. None of them hold any real serious democratic values. None of them care for other fellow being. None of them really care for the nation. They just care for their own existence in pomp, luxury, and whatever possible manner. We shall meet again. Namaste. Jai Bharat, Jai Sri Ram.